Yo, what is up? It is No Limit Eddie back with another live stream. You may have to go buy water too. Not right now, but later. Not right now, but later. Cause you know I'll be going live getting thirsty. Um, yeah, what's going on, guys? Hopefully, you guys are having a good Thursday. It's Thursday night for me. It's 9:18. A lot of people like to know what time it is for me. It's 9:18 over here in Egypt. Shout out to James Hudson. What up? Shout out to everybody who's on this live, man. I know you guys like the "woe is me" type of thumbnails and titles, so things of that nature. You know what I mean? Everybody come in and smash the like. We're just gonna talk about. Honestly, I didn't know what to talk about today. I've been doing something called a nonstop November, where I post a video every single day for the month of November. And we are 18 days in, and I didn't really think of a topic of a live stream today. I really just been dropping videos. More so on a. I would just wake up and say what I want to film today and then film that. So today I was mainly focused on doing some back end work for another business. So that's kind of what I was focused on today. So I said, okay, what am I going to go live about? What am I going to go live about? And me and Shan were going back and forth, what should we talk about? And I went ahead and found this topic. It's funny. Big King Kingston, what up? The Sound of Freedom. Okay, Big King Kingston said, what's up, bro? The Sound of Freedom said, what's up, Eddie? What up, Sound of Freedom? James, that is what it is, James. Hey, everybody come in and smash the like button for me. Everybody come in and smash the like button. Let's get up to 10 likes on today's live. 10 likes on today's live. The more you like the video, the more YouTube knows to share it out, and the more people, are able to jump in on this live stream, for sure. People get killed every day. At this point, the killings in America don't affect me anymore. I don't even really think about them. I don't look at them. I don't even consider them. It's almost useless to me, because people who stay in America just basically know what it is that they're. Let me sit back a little bit. People who stay in America just pretty much know what it is that they're in for when they're in that country. So to me, it is what it is. Everybody smash the like. Everybody smash the like button on today's video, guys. Let's get up to 10 likes on today's live. You guys want to know? They fired me. You guys want to know about what happened? I know that's what you guys want to know about. So, yeah. Smash the like. We'll get into it. When are you going back to Tanzania? Sounds of Freedom, man. I'm not sure if you've been watching my last videos. I've been talking about why I came to Egypt and things like that. Let me even go back to my channel. Let me go back to my channel. I got a video called what video was it? Why I moved to Egypt as a 22-year-old. That video should answer your question. I also got another video that was a live stream, and it was called "Should I Go Back to Tanzania?" That was another one, so check that one out as well. So yeah, those two videos should probably answer your question of when I'm going back to Tanzania. James said, I'm out the frame. James said this channel was lit. Thank you for that, James. I appreciate that. Everybody come in and smash the like. Everybody come in and smash the like. We got some real bad news to tell you guys. Oh my goodness. I think I missed that video. Yeah, some people miss the videos. It's no problem. But I have a couple of them. Definitely go ahead and check them out. It's one live stream and then one actual video. Both of those pretty much answer your question about Tanzania and different things of that nature, and how I feel about what all is going on. Another video that you can check out too on that same topic was these YouTubers are lying. More than likely, that might be helpful. Yeah, that might be helpful too. But if you're in here right now, drop in a chat. What do you think I got fired from? Drop it into the chat. What do you guys think I'm talking about? Drop that into the chat. Everybody continue to come in and smash the like button. We'll talk about the topic once we get up to 15 likes. 15 likes, we'll jump into the topic of today's live stream. But shout out to James, Big King Kingston, and Sounds of Freedom. I appreciate all you guys for being engaged in the chat, coming in and smashing a like and things of that nature. Okay, cool. Ads is running. Yeah, most definitely. But drop in the chat if you guys are on here right now. What do you guys think I got fired from? What do you guys think when you saw the title, such on and such forth? Looking to get up to 15 likes. We need 3 more likes in today's live. 3 more likes. Once we get 3 likes, then we'll go on to the topic of today's video, which is why you guys wanted to click on it, right? So far, my Thursday has been pretty good. Like I said, just did a lot of work today. I was feeling a little bit sick the other day or the other few days. And so I haven't been in the most energetic state. However, today we are today we're feeling a lot better. We've been drinking a lot of tea, anise tea and lemon. Been drinking that quite a bit, and that's been helping out. So we're feeling better today. And then tomorrow's Friday, so tomorrow's a shorter day for me, but I pretty much did everything I need to do today. And when I get off this live, y'all willing, I'm gonna continue to do what I need to do. Button up all the loose ends. So that way Friday's just setting a couple of things in place, and then we're ready to go. Might do a little bit of film. I got to film tomorrow too. Film up 2 videos tomorrow. Hey, once we get up to 15 likes, we're going to go ahead and jump into today's topic. So if you're in here right now, basically all I need you to do is to smash the like button and get up to 15 likes. We need 3 more likes on today's live stream so that we can get up to 15 likes. You guys want to know about the story. You guys want to know about what's going on, different things of that nature. So yeah, get the likes of the 15. All right, there we go. So we got 15 likes. So, it's very plain. It's very simple. I got fired. Boom, boom, boom. Unexpected. So people are saying, okay, well, what did you get? Hold on. I don't. We was at 15. Now we have 14. So I don't know. I can't even really get into the story. That was okay. Now we're back at 15. I don't know what happened for a second, but y'all don't know what happened. What did you get fired from? So the question that you guys are having is, wait, have you been working a 9-to-5 job when you've been out here in Egypt? Have you been working a 9-to-5 job when you've been on a continent? Or do you have one of the remote working jobs and things like that? The answer to that is simply no. It's just a clickbait title, basically get people to click. People like negativity, people like toxicness, and so that's why I went ahead and titled it that. But what we are going to talk about is my last job that I had in the United States. We're also going to talk about, how I enjoy my life being my own boss, how interesting that is, how entertaining that is for me personally, and why I much prefer it over, working a 9-to-5 job. That's what we are going to be talking about today. So if you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, wait, where'd you get fired from? People like Maury, people like Steve Wilkos, because most of the time they like negativity. Why? Because if your life is going so-and-so and you see somebody else's life going worse, you feel better about your own life. So that's how it be. So, sometimes you do the clickbait titles, clickbait thumbnails, but it is what it is. So let's go over my work history, right? So my first official job was at Target. And that was when I was probably 18, just got out of high school. I went ahead and got a part-time job at Target, just stocking shelves and different things of that nature. I went ahead and what up, JM? I went ahead and worked that job maybe for 2 months, 3 months maybe max. The one on 120th and 120th and Crenshaw, real classic one right by the Metro Green Line, Crenshaw Station. It was a real classic, Target. And so, I went out there, just applied for a job. They're like, what can you do? I just, I had to cap. I just had to cap on a resume and things like that to get in the little position, whatever. Got in there, worked there for maybe 2 or 3 months, and I said, man, this is baloney. Like, I don't like what I'm getting paid. Now, keep in mind, I never wanted to work a 9-to-5 job ever. My goal was really just to always just do entrepreneurship and get it out the mud that way. But the problem with entrepreneurship is in a lot of ways you need capital to start with. And so I didn't have any capital to start with. You know what I mean? So I basically had to work these regular jobs and stuff. So I went ahead and did Target for a little bit. And then I ended up just walking out, just, basically getting my last check one day and never going back in again. And that was how I basically got rid of Target. So then after Target, I ended up getting a job over at Everybody Come In and Smash a Like. Everybody come in and smash a like. Let's get up to 20 likes on this live, 20 likes on today's live. After Target, I ended up getting a job at Amazon. And then I ended up working at Amazon for a little bit of time, almost like a year. And I was just doing something called the flex shift, something like that. It's like they would send out text messages and let you know, okay, there's a shift available here, there's a shift available there. Oh yeah, Shannon worked at a Target too. I had to avoid that Target for a long time. But then what I ended up doing is after quitting that Target job, like 2 years later, when I got my first YouTube check, I went there, bought a whole bunch of gift cards, and then gave them out to people that were going into the store. You know what I mean? Giving back to the streets, giving back to the hood. And so that's actually a video that's on my channel. I went back to the same Target that I walked out from, and I gave out, I think, like $200 worth of Target gift cards. I think my first YouTube check was like $200, a little bit over $200. So the day that deposit hit, I just went and bought like $200 worth of gift cards, and then we just gave them out to people at a Target. It was the same when I quit. So then after that, yes, I worked at Amazon. Amazon, like, it was a hard job. It was a physically demanding job, but I liked it because I didn't have to talk to no humans. I just went into work, did what I need to do, and then got out. I'm not a real talkative person. I don't even really enjoy that. Everybody keeps smashing like. Let's get up to 25 likes. 25 likes. Let's get 5 more likes on today's live. 5 more likes on today's live. I greatly appreciate it. And I know the algorithm greatly appreciates it as well. We're actually getting a lot closer to 19,800 subscribers. So if you guys could help me out by smashing like, I would greatly appreciate it. And so then, so Amazon was a hard, physically demanding job. Sometimes you're moving boxes, 50-pound boxes, bigger than you, boom, throwing them here, moving them there, breaking your back. But it was cool. Now, the only thing about Amazon is I really wasn't making no money there either. Like on a good week, I was making like $300 a week. And when your rent is $1,700, it's not a sustainable way of living. It's a real stressful way of living because you got to just really you really got to go hard on that stuff. So, yeah, that's how it was. So I was working Amazon for a cold minute. But I liked Amazon because it was I just went in my own little thing and did what I wanted to do, and it was cool. Now, at the same time, that was around my 20th birthday. That had to have been around my 20th. Was it my 20th or my 19th? It may have been my 19th birthday. So it may have been my 19th or 20th birthday. I don't know. It was around that time. My dad had got me a car from Florida, and he drove it down from Florida to Cali, and then he gave me the car. So the whole time I was working, I was using somebody else's car. I was either taking my mom's car to work, taking my sister's car to work. But then my dad ended up giving me a car for my birthday, which was a big blessing. So when he gave me that car, I had more mobility to actually get like a regular style job. Now, during the same time, I was always doing side hustles, selling stuff online and different things like that. And when I was at Amazon, things really ended up taking off to the point where I was making probably 3 times my Amazon salary online as compared to what I was earning, working a job or whatever. And so, but I kept working a 9-to-5 job, but it was cool because it was a flex shift. It was just like, boom, like, stuff like that. So around that time, I started getting into cars. I wanted to get a Challenger Scat Pack. Really is what I wanted to get. I got videos on my channel about that too. But I didn't have any credit history and all kind of stuff like that, whatever. But I needed to be able to finesse the system. So I needed to get paychecks. So at that point, I ended up linking up with my cousin who told me, yo, like this security, bro, is easiest money you ever get. Like you just get your little guard card, you know, you go apply to a little job, you mess around and sleep for 8 hours and you pay, and they always got OT. So I'm like, okay, man, that sounds cool. So I went from I went from Target to Amazon to security. Now in between the security, so I was working Burlington Coat Factory and Amazon and selling online at the same time. So I was doing those three things at once. People always ask me, how did you afford to live in LA? You gotta do multiple things at once. So I was doing all three of those things. Shan was working, nonstop as well. So that's what he was doing. Boom. All right. So he's saying about security gig. I'm like, man, for real, okay, try the security gig. And that security gig was my first full-time joint. Like I never had a full-time gig before that or after that. So at this point, I didn't basically, work Target for 2 months, work Amazon for maybe 10 months. And then after that, I'm getting into the security field. Just doing some real basic stuff, you know what I mean? Taking naps. Everybody keep smashing like button, guys. We want to get up to 30 likes on today's live. Let's get 5 more likes. I greatly appreciate the likes, and the YouTube algorithm greatly appreciate the likes. The more you guys like the video, the more YouTube shares it out. I'm really trying to get to 19.8K subscribers. We need like 40 more subscribers left. So the more you guys help me to get into the algorithm, the better chance we have to get those 40 subscribers. So again, if you're enjoying the content, definitely smash the like. Let's get 5 more people to do that for me to get up to 30. All right. So now I'm getting into the security field. I go get my guard card. I end up having to pay like almost a check and a half from Amazon to get this guard card. I ended up paying like $400. But to me, you have to do what you gotta do. Then you gotta get a background check on top of that. But anyway, I go down to this little spot over in Inglewood, Manchester. Actually not too far from like the Forum, if you guys know what that is in LA. Or that what do you call that? That Checkers right next to the Big Lots. It's a Fat Burger across. I think if you're from LA, you know that little joint. But so I end up going there and I get the guard card, and then I apply for these little joints, and I go my first interview for the security field. I basically just got the job. So I was like, okay, cool. Like end up getting to the security field. Now, my whole goal with the security field was really just to make some quick cash, and to just get the pay stubs necessary to, go ahead and get, go ahead and make my next play, because the Honda was cool. Shout out to my dad for the Honda, but I'm somebody who likes to keep pushing, like go forward. So I wanted something faster than that. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's what we're gonna do. So I get into that joint. You know what I mean? I'm basically not really taking the job too serious, but for whatever reason, the streets love me there. Like the managers love me, my supervisors love me. So it was really gravy. I was getting all the OT. People was getting fired for COVID, but they're like, nah. I was like the newest person there, but they said, nah, I want to keep Eddie on my team. So I was like, okay, cool. This is this is good bread. But I'm literally in my car asleep. You know what I mean? Like. Whew, it was a good life, man. It was a good little paycheck. But then eventually we have a certain situation, a certain instance that happens or whatever, and I'm like, man, okay, my time here is probably coming short. Hey, I need everybody to smash a like button on this live. I need 3 more likes on this live, guys. The more you guys smash like, the more that we can grow this YouTube channel as well as grow this live stream. So I need to get up to 30 likes on today's live stream. All right. If you're watching this and you're on your phone and you have it horizontally, just turn it vertically and smash a like. If you happen to be watching me on your computer, just minimize the window and smash a like. And then if you happen to be watching me on your TV, just I heard you can smash a like on the TV now, but if not, pull out your phone and smash a like. So yeah, man, it's butter. So I was doing what I was doing. Then eventually I kind of work one day, and there's like a swing shift and there's night shift. I always work nights. When I did Amazon, I worked nights. When I did security, I worked nights. And then even when I did Target, I worked nights, because I wanted to have my day to be free to, really, do what I need to do on the other business side, because you can't really drop off packages if you working during the day. So I needed to always have my joints on night shift, because I always knew, I want to do this e-commerce joint. I want to sell stuff online. And so I always was just trying to do the night shift type of gig. So then basically, I'm working in the security field for a cold little minute, probably like 10 months. One day the swing shift come in, they're like, oh, Oscar's staying over and this and this. He wanted to talk to you and talk to this, one of one other member of the staff. I'm like, okay, like, so, oh, okay, they probably about to like find out that I really ain't been doing nothing on this job. So, you know, they take me to the office, different things like that, send me down, try to do some first 48 interrogation. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's really going on here. I didn't really, you know, it was what it was. So then they're like, okay, so basically we're just gonna suspend you for so on a certain amount of time and things like that. But when they put me on a suspension, like, it was funny because, like I said, I was really doing what I wanted to do. So I was literally creating a whole nother business while at work. I literally was bringing in my laptop, sitting in the break room on my computer, creating an entirely new business. I was creating a personalized face mask business while I was at work. That's how gravy the security field is. So if there's any young men watching this right now, 18 to like 25, and you looking for this the easiest money you can get, man, get a guard card and you just, you know, get a little night shift joint and you'll be straight. Just don't work anywhere crazy, you know, don't work nowhere crazy. So then you know, I was posted up. So, you know, so I was like, okay, cool. Like, at that point, I was already knowing eventually like this gig is gonna be up. So it's like, okay, boom, suspended. I said, okay, cool. Got off of that joint. And then I just started running a mass business. And then I had a lot more time to, and that's when I also got my car. I got my FRS. I had a 2013 FRS white joint. It was automatic. Some people give me flack for that all the time, but I'm not driving a manual car in LA. That's a fact. And so then I got my car, my FRS, and things like that. So once I had got suspended from that job, I was like, okay, cool, it is what it is. I really don't even plan on coming back. So I never even, we're not going to tell too much of the specifics, but anyway, I never plan on coming back. So then so then I went into the mass business, and then I ended up getting monetized on YouTube. So that created a whole another stream of income for me at that time as well. And so basically since then, since August 11th, 2020, I have just been working for myself, I guess you can say, just being an employee by myself. Everybody smash the like button, guys. Let's get up to 35 likes. We need 3 more likes on this live. 3 more likes on today's live, all right? I appreciate everybody for watching this video. Also appreciate every single person who's commenting. We got Kim, who said, "No Limit Shade, come join the live." No Limit Shade in the live is right there in the chat. Lee Major has said, "We No Limit Soldiers." I showed you. Appreciate that. So yeah. So that's basically what I went ahead and did. So basically for the last 14 months, I've basically just been 15 months, I think, just been independent, you know what I mean, and just working for myself, which has been a blessing, but this is something I always wanted to do. But at the same time, I think a lot of people overhype this life or over glamorize it, like it's the only life that's for people, that if you're not doing entrepreneurship, that you're not nothing. People like that. But in reality, I think this is the most stressful way to live, because there is no consistency whatsoever. There is no consistency of income. 1 month you can make a lot of money. The next month you can make little money. The next month you can make a moderate amount. So there's almost no level of consistency with that. And so this is not something, especially in the beginning, you know what I mean? This is not a life that I would say I'm on tell everybody to go out and do and different things like that. But I think I'm gonna take this live stream and kind of talk about some of the pros and some of the cons of being self-employed or working for yourself and different things of that nature, and kind of the skill sets and the traits that I think you're going to need to possess in order to succeed, in a venture such as that. Because a lot of people are coming to Africa are going to end up being more likely in a self-employed position, and it's a lot of things that you need to. There's a lot of skills you have to develop, and it takes time to develop. Like I said, I was always working multiple gigs at once, always focused on the e-commerce side of things, always trying to do Shopify stores, Etsy, Amazon, just always trying to find ways to. I always wanted to be rich. I never wanted to be no regular human, so I always had to find different ways to add streams of income, you know what I mean, into my monthly, or add streams of income into my, yearly overall income. 40 likes. Let's get 2 more likes if possible, guys. 2 more likes. If you're watching this right now, I want you to smash the like button. If you're on your phone, it's horizontal. Just turn it vertically and smash it. If you happen to be on a computer, minimize the window and smash it. And if you happen to be on your TV, smash a like on the TV. So if you can do that, if not, pull out your phone and smash a like on it. If you're watching on TV. So man, let's talk about it. So let's talk about some of the pros of basically not having a boss or basically working for yourself. The first pro I would say is you don't have the pressure of wanting to have to impress somebody. Like, oh, your boss comes around like this, right? When I was doing the security, they always try to make me cut my facial hair and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I'm not cutting nothing. Like, I'm gonna leave that my hair the way it is. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my hair the way it is. And so they were always, every time my boss would see me, he was trying to like tell me to, cut it and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, bet. I'm not cutting nothing. And so, that's one thing is that you set the standard of work, I guess you can say. You don't have to like live up to somebody else's expectations. You don't have to live up to somebody else's rule book. You create your own rule book, which is something that I greatly appreciate, because I don't like people just trying to tell me how to be me, you know what I mean, or anything like that. I prefer just to move and groove in a method that I feel comfortable moving and grooving with. If I want to do twist one day, I can do twist one day. I want to cut my hair one day, I can cut my hair one day. I want to grow afro the next day, I can grow afro the next day. If I want to wear a beanie, I can wear a beanie. There's no uniform and different things like that. I always hated uniform. I didn't even like wearing pants for a very long time. I still don't like wearing pants. I prefer to wear basketball shorts 99 days, 365 days out of the year, even when it's raining. So that's the first thing. I like that. Another pro that I would say is there is no ceiling, right? There's no ceiling to the amount of money that you can make, because in a job, okay, you're going to make X amount per hour. That's what you're going to make. And every 6 months, we're going to give you a raise, and that raise is not going to go more. And this we're talking about a traditional work environment. We're not every 6 months, we're not going to go above that 25 cents or above that 50 cents or whatever. So there's no cap to which you can make when you are working for yourself. You basically are only limited by the market in which you're serving. When you're doing entrepreneurship, 9 out of 10, you're going to be solving a problem. Well, you're always solving a problem. The question is, how big of a problem is it, and how much does it affect the person that you're solving the problem for, if that makes sense. So when you're working a 9-to-5 job, you're solving a problem. Your company, let's say you work at Target, your company needs the shelf stocked. If there's no employees to stock the shelves will be empty and there's nothing for people to buy. That's a problem for Target. So they hire people, right? So you're coming to solve a problem. What problem are you solving? Empty shelves. You're supposed to keep the shelves filled with artillery, filled with items. Everybody keep smashing likes. Get up to 50 likes on today's live. 50 likes on today's live. I'm gonna dip off for 1 second to give me a little bit of water. So just give me 1 second. But let's get 8, 9, 10. 3 more likes on today's live. 3 more likes on today's live. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, so yeah, 2 more likes, guys. 2 more likes. So that's a problem you're solving for Target. You're helping them to keep their shelves filled with items. Now, the thing is, almost anybody can go in and fill that role. Any able-bodied human with 2 arms and 2 legs and enough height can stock the shelves. So they're going to pay you accordingly, because you're not solving the biggest problem for them, right? It's a basic problem that basically anybody can solve. So you're going to get paid $12 an hour, no problem. So when it comes to entrepreneurship or being, somebody who's self-employed, you're likewise, you're doing the same thing. You're solving a problem, but the problem which you're solving will dictate the amount of money you're earning 9 times out of 10. And so if you pick a big enough problem, and you have a good enough solution, your earnings are not as capped out as it would be in a traditional 9-to-5 job. actually grab this too. Yeah, so you're not as capped out. So that's one thing that I like. Like I said, I enjoy the ability to grow, the ability to be able to make progress consistently. I don't enjoy kind of just feeling like feeling complacent. When I feel complacent for too long, I kind of get a little bit like irritated. And so yeah, that's one of the things that I would say too is a pro is that you can kind of you have in some ways the ability to dictate your earning potential as somebody who's self-employed versus having a boss or something of that nature. Another pro that I would say is for me in particular, being in the businesses that I operate, I have both time and location freedom, right? So me personally, I would rather make I would turn down $1 million and have to be stuck in a location versus taking 100,000 and being able to be time and location independent, right? I don't have to be anywhere any certain point in time. I don't have to wake up at a certain point in time. I don't have to go to bed at a certain point in time. I don't have to be in a certain location to make a living. And to me, that's one of the dopest things about the method and the methodology that I chose to go about as far as earning an income for myself online. You can do online businesses that do require you to be in a set location if that's your desire, but I always didn't want to be stuck in a set location. So I like the fact that if I say, okay, tomorrow we're going to Istanbul, Turkey for the next 2 months, I don't have to say, okay, how am I going to make money in Istanbul, Turkey? No, as long as I have my laptop and an internet connection in that country or in that city that I'm in, I'm good to go. And so that to me is kind of dope. And then the fact that I don't have to like feel stressed, like, okay, I got to wake up every morning at this time and I got to get dressed at this time and then get in my car and then head down the traffic to get to this location. So that way I don't punch in late, things like that. I think that's one of the dopest things as well. You should do a live together, Q&A, get different size options amongst y'all too. Okay. That's a good idea. Okay, got you. Hit the like button. Etsy store name so I can check it out. So the Etsy stores that we do it's not something that we really promote on our YouTube channel. We keep them completely separate. Our methodology doesn't revolve around driving traffic through marketing efforts. We drive traffic through SEO, which is search engine optimization. And that's how we make sales on Etsy. We don't do like you got to run ads or you got to promote it through this way. So we don't even tell people the shops that we have personally. So what you can do though, if you want to get started making money online, I got a course. You should already know that by now, but I have a course, 9 to 5 to on your grind. It is available. It's linked into the chat right now. I also have it pinned up to the chat. It's also in the comments section, not the comment section. It's in the description of today's video. It's something that I suggest you guys to check out. If that's something that you're interested in, making a income remotely, I suggest you check out the course. Shout out to everybody who's been in the course. I started a Google chat for the people who are in the course. And that's been very fun. That's been very helpful to see people. I like seeing people actually implementing the stuff that I'm teaching them. I just find that super, super dope. So I'm enjoying the process of being like, I'm enjoying the process of kind of like being like a teacher or being like a mentor. I find that super dope. And I'm excited just to keep helping people. I want to make, my goal is to help 1,000 people on the continent of Africa make $1,000 a month, which would equate to around $1 million in monthly income for the diaspora. So regardless if you already have a large chunk of savings, or regardless if you already have a means and method of making income, if you get that course and you are following through with it and you make $1,000 a month, you can use that 1,000 to invest in different opportunities for the diaspora. So that's something that I'm really looking to do and kind of build it out to where, okay, build levels onto it. So when we do get people to make $1,000 a month, get them in their own chat to where now, let's say we got 500 people in here who are making $1,000 a month. that's around 500,000 in capital that they can now say, okay, let's bring this money together and do this project in this country. Or bring this money together and do that project in that country, so on and so forth. I think that would be a really dope idea to do. And that's one of the future concepts that I have with the course. But first, we just got to get people. First, it's got to get people, starting the process of earning an income online, because a lot of people have never made money outside of a 9-to-5 job. And so that's why I made this course very simple, very basic. I started doing this when I was 17. I found success at it at 18, and I've been doing it ever since. No Limit Shade recently started this. Basically, when you start this, Shan? When you start selling on Etsy? Right before we left, right? Yeah, so barely, just not even a year, but she makes her full-time income doing this. I actually created a shop specifically for No Limit Shade, gave it to her, and she's been running it ever since, and she's been doing a really good job at it. And so yeah, that's kind of one of my long-term goals with it. But one of my goals for this year of my life, from 22 to 23, is to produce income for members of the diaspora, because that's the number one reason why people end up having to return back to the States is financial, right? Even when I had to go back to the States, it was financial. Literally, you're from America? Yeah, I'm from America. I was born in America, but where I'm from, it can be dictated depending on who you ask. But the reason, even why I had to go back to the States, is a financial reason. When I realized I put the wrong people in trust of certain items, I had to go back and rectify certain situations and liquidate certain liabilities that I had there. You know what I mean? To be able to be in a financially better state. And so that's why I had to go back to the States for those 6 days. A large portion of it was financial, trusting the wrong people with the wrong stuff. And that's something I need to make a video on as well. But if you guys watch the Wild Up Tanzania video, you guys will understand what happened in that situation and the moves that I had to make to put things back together. To where I can now live stress-free and not have to worry about people siphoning any income off of me. And so, so that's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to. It's something that I've really been enjoying. Again, if you want to start making an income online, maybe you haven't done it already, I suggest you guys check out my course, 9 to 5 on your grind. It gives you the ultra. Okay, perfect. It gives you the ultra realistic, simple, practical way to make money online. But anyway, those are some of the pros of kind of working for yourself and being self-employed. Everybody continue to smash the like button. Everybody continue to smash the like button. Now, some of the cons of being self-employed. Number one is taxes. I was so stressed when I first came to Tanzania, because so when I was working a 9-to-5 job, what I did was make myself tax exempt for the last few months. I did a lot of overtime. So the company wasn't withholding taxes. Then I basically went full self-employed for another couple of months. Well, even when I was working, I was doing that as well. So, but I had a whole additional income that I had on top of that year's income. And so when it came time for me to file taxes, it was the first time that I actually ended up owing money to the government. And the first quote that they came back to me with was $3,000. And I'm like, whoa, this is way too much. And that was when I was still in the States. They ended up telling me that, because I think it's like February time. So I said, okay, I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to stress about it. We'll go to Tanzania. We're going to enjoy the first week there. We're going to explore, do what we need to do. And it was just me at this point. Shan and Oreo and Lil Cat were still in the States. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to explore there, chill, pray about it, leave it to the Most High. All right. So I went ahead and did that whole thing. Boom, boom. Okay. So then the day rolls around to where I said, okay, today's the day I need to go and handle what I need to handle with these taxes. I go and look over it. And I ended up having a mistake on there, which significantly reduced the amount that I had to pay. Still end up having to pay, money back or whatever, but it was significantly less than $3,000. So I was so happy that day. I went ahead and handled that. You know what I mean? Because you, as a U.S. passport holder, you still have to pay taxes every single year. You can't just not file taxes because you're not in the United States. So if you guys thought that's what you could do, that's not what you can do. And so that's one of the cons is taxes. You got to be real careful about the tax situation and making sure you got all your write-offs kind of locked down, making sure you kind of been organized with your finances over the course of Uh, so that was, that was one of the situations that was going on. Is taxes. Nobody would teach you how to pay taxes. And this year, because I did full self-employed, I got to pay even more in taxes because it's something called a self-employment tax. Because I don't have an employer withholding, I think it's Social Security for me. I have to pay another 7.3% or something like that, on top of what I would normally be charged. And because none of the businesses that I run withhold tax for me, I have to then pay it all back at the end of the year. So, or when I go file taxes. So that's one of the things that is a little bit stressful. I have no idea how much I'm going to have to owe in taxes, how much I'm going to have to pay in taxes, but I just know they got to be filed, and more likely I'm going to end up having to pay Uncle Sam, the same people who are, in jailing my people, the same people who are, setting traps up for my people in the States. I have to pay him, in order to maintain my freedom, in order to also maintain the ability to use my U.S. passport. So that's one con. Another con is, like I was saying earlier, everybody smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. I want to get up to 65 likes. I do believe that this content is valuable for people. I also believe that people need to hear these type of things because they got to understand what exactly they're walking into. They'll be watching 1,000,000 hours worth of Gary Vee, and he's just like, hustle, hustle, hustle. And they're buying into it, but there's pros and cons to it. And some of this is not for everybody. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about some of the characteristic traits and things like that. But I want to get to 65 likes before I continue. I'm going to see if I get a little bit more water as well. Like I said, I was a little bit sick, like a couple of days, so I gotta stay hydrated. Hey, you want to go get a water? You want 20 feet? All right. Yeah, you should take this. Yeah, right here. It days we sitting outside. Okay, cool. You gotta stay hydrated, man. You gotta stay hydrated. You can't be out here, not getting in a proper amount of water. Gotta stay hydrated. Black TV, what up? What up? Also, right now I gotta put my PC in. Where is cord at? Okay, cool. So also in the chat right now, I'm not sure if you guys hear those bells coming in or not. But in the chat right now, I also have my Cash App and my PayPal. I need to get the clappers. Man, I gotta get up every 5 minutes. We also have the Cash App and the PayPal in there. Anybody who's the Cash App and the PayPal will get the clappers ring for them as a show of appreciation for your support of the No Limit channel. So yeah, hit the Cash App, PayPal, or even the Super Chat, which is a money sign icon in the chat, and then I'll go ahead and ring these clappers for you. So a shout out to eddiebulk TV. But yeah, so another one of the cons, like I was saying earlier, was in the pros, there is no ceiling to how much you can earn. But on the same exact token, there is no stability in which you can earn as well. So that's kind of one of the things about kind of being self-employed or being somebody who is out of the framework of a 9 to 5, but out of that protection of a 9 to 5, you no longer have the ability to be earning a consistent income on a daily basis or on a monthly basis. And so that's kind of one of the cons for a lot of people, especially I would say if you have like a family. and you don't know, okay, you might make $100 today, you might make $0 for the next 10 days, then you might make $6 the that day. Like the inconsistency is very dicey, especially as you begin to add responsibilities onto your plate. Whether that's kids, whether that's a house, mortgage, all kind of stuff like that, it does begin to become more spicy, I guess you could say, as you're going to add more responsibilities. So that's one of the cons. Another one of the cons about kind of entrepreneurship or doing things on a self-employed manner is you will most likely be alone in doing that. Most people are working 9 to 5 jobs. At least, especially in my case, most of my friends were either just going to regular college or working 9 to 5 jobs, and so our schedules most of the time were not aligned. And so a lot of times you're going to just be spent just pretty much alone doing the work that you do. And I think that's a pretty big con for a lot of people too, because a lot of people use school or use work as a means and a methodology to socialize with other people. And so when that is taken away from you, you then you kind of get into an isolated state. Things of that nature. But those are the type of things that I want to talk about as far as some of the pros, some of the cons. If you're just not joining in and you're like, where you got fired, where'd you get fired from? It's somewhat of a clickbait title, but I went ahead and talked about my story about the last job that I worked before coming out to the continent of Africa. And that's kind of a little bit earlier in today's video. Or in today's live stream. And now I want to move on to some of the personality traits maybe that you're going to need to find success in this type of field, in this type of space. And then we'll move into then we'll also move into what it takes to like what I think you need to kind of be successful in the space. So some of the traits that I think you're going to need, number one is discipline. You're going to need to be able to set deadlines for yourself and then be able to actualize on those deadlines. That's one of the biggest things. You're going to have to say, okay, I need to get these certain tasks done, and then you need to make sure that you go ahead and get those tasks done. Likewise, you're going to have moments in time where you're going to need to kind of be resilient, because there's going to be times where you try to do something and it kind of doesn't work out. If you just quit as a first sign of failure, more than likely you're going to fail. But if you're somebody who's like, okay, I went this way and I kind of bumped my head, let me kind of assess what I did wrong and then try to go again, try to do it a little bit better, and then go. Maybe you bump your head again. Maybe it's at a lower position, maybe it's at a higher position. Then you revise and go again. It's kind of going to be a lot of that. Resilience. It's kind of going to be a super important trait. If you're somebody who just screw it, that type of person, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult for you to really get to the point where you ever find some type of success when it comes to entrepreneurship. Another trait that I think is going to be super important is I need to say confidence or belief. You got to kind of believe in yourself that you are capable of doing these type of things. Because if you always have self-doubt, you're going to find a way to you're going to find a way to sabotage yourself one way or another. Some people, as I say, are allergic to success. When they start actually finding things that are working, for some reason they find a way to mess it up. They find a way to drop the ball and kind of destroy the progress that they made. Some people are allergic to success, or in reality, they don't have belief that they are worthy enough to succeed, worthy enough to actually make a means and a methodology, make a means for themselves outside of the typical matrix. They're going to think people are going to think of themselves as a fraud. Like who am I to do all this stuff? I don't deserve this and things like that. And that's kind of some self-sabotaging thoughts that people have that kind of destroy them or destroy their chances at success when it comes to entrepreneurship. If you're somebody who just likes to be a part of the crowd, it's going to be hard for you. If you're somebody who's more contrarian, who likes to go against the grain, who likes to stand out, who likes to be different, I think entrepreneurship might be more up your alley. So those are some of the things that I just wanted to mention. Now, simultaneously to that, if you are actually ready to go ahead and start making an income online for yourself, I suggest that you guys go ahead and grab a copy of my course, 9 to 5 to On Your Grind. In that course, I teach you guys what I believe is the simplest, easiest, most realistic way for you to get started making money online. Period. Because a lot of the business models and a lot of the business methods, what they try to do is teach you, let's say, drop shipping. But the problem with drop shipping is you're going to need to run ads in order to drive traffic, right? Because you need traffic to get sales. Now, if you have to run ads to get sales, you have to learn how to run ads. The only way you can learn something is to practice. The only way you can practice running ads is by spending money running ads. Most people don't have hundreds or thousands of dollars to waste testing different ads. They need to find a means and a method of getting traffic for free. And that is why I recommend selling on a marketplace. Etsy is a marketplace. They already have 45 million customers on there. All your job is to use SEO, which is search engine optimization, to get in front of those customers. So like earlier when a dude asked me what's the link to your Etsy shop, I don't provide the link to the Etsy shop, mainly because we rely on SEO, search engine optimization. We don't send people to our shop. People search for items that we're selling, and then they buy the item because we are one of the top ranked items that's for that search result. So if they search Binky Baby and there's 100 Binky Babies, they're going to more likely buy whatever are the first 10 items that are on that page. And I know how to become one of the first 10 items on that page. And so that is how I personally use Etsy and sell on Etsy. I don't have to spend money on ads and different things like that. Now, with the newest venture that I'm doing right now, AfricaMadeEasy.com. On this venture, we are using paid advertising, right? And of course, there is a lot of testing that goes into it. A lot of hey, big kitty, a lot of testing that goes into it. A lot of cat. Do not be on my cup. Okay. He has a weird habit of smelling my cup. What was I saying? Yeah, with this business, there is a whole lot of, let me also open this thing up. There is a whole lot of testing that needs to be done. Landing page tweaks that got to be done. Opt-in rates, conversions. Okay, how many people have we seen? How many people here? How many people convert? Okay, how many people convert from email subscribers to purchasers? There's a lot more behind the scenes and analytics that goes into this business in particular. There we go. That goes into this business in particular, but it is what it is. And kind of, this is my first time actually releasing a course before. So I'm actually enjoying the process of learning, but simultaneously, once I kind of learn this process and kind of get it to the point where I say, okay, I kind of know what I'm doing and it's successful, and I found a repeatable method of success, then I'm looking forward to teaching you guys this method as well. But I think Etsy is by far the easiest way to get started making money online for those of you guys who have never sold anything online before. So that's why I recommend you get the course linked up in the top of the video description. People in sales experience a similar inconsistency with pay. Eddie, I think you fit nicely in South Africa. Hansel Golden Dove said facts. Hansel Golden Dove said that was deep. Miss Chaga said Africa is a nice place, but it's not safe. They keep people live the afternoon and nobody care. It's safer in America, yes or no? Miss Chaga said all is not safe. New Lifestyle said shout out to No Limit Eddie. Shout out to you as well. Basically shout out to everybody, on this live stream. Let's keep smashing the like button, guys. Let's try to get up to 100 likes on today's live, guys. 100 likes on today's live. For real? Okay. Yeah, thank you guys for 75 likes. Let's try to get 25 more likes on this and push this live stream up to 100 likes, guys. Know that we can do it. So let's get 5 more likes first and get up to 80. All right. Now I feel like I dropped a couple of gems, a little bit of information, kind of about the process. Now I kind of want to open it up to questions that you guys may have about the process. Another mistake is every time I go live, people are asking me how I make money. I didn't know that people were asking me that. Maybe I just never saw it. But I want to open it up now to a forum for you guys to be able to ask questions that maybe you guys have and that you guys want to know about. Need some more already. Need some more water already. You must be dehydrated. Every time I talk, you throw me dry. I think I did hide the dislikes. And I realized that. Yeah, right now we're basically just sitting here. They was gonna what? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, right now we're just waiting for you guys to ask any questions you guys want to ask, and then yeah, we're just going to a live stream about that. Usually, I like to answer people's questions while I'm live. Skier. What happened, Eddie? Are you okay? Shout out to Christian. Yeah, I guess you're just now joining in. So it was basically a clickbait title and thumbnail. I just talked about basically my journey from working 9 to 5s to being self-employed. That's what the whole video was about. I already told you guys that I don't work a 9 to 5 job anymore. So there's nobody who's firing me or anything of that nature. And it is what it is. It'll be kind of hard to have a 9 to 5 job and to do what I do. You know how that already goes. But yeah, I feel like I'm in a privileged position, to be quite honest with you, to have been able to get out of the 9 to 5 rat race at 21, and to be in a position where I'm not being forced to kind of go back into that life. I'm grateful for that. And I'm just making it basically one of my very big missions to spread that feeling to other people. You know what I mean? I know for sure that Shan be always telling me all the time that she's just so happy that she doesn't have to, basically do that physical labor and things like that anymore that she had to do for the last couple of years when she was over in the States. and things like that. And I completely agree with her. Like it is, you know, I'm not somebody who can sit around for too long. I would say when I first got to Africa, to Tanzania, I was definitely, kind of complacent. I really wasn't. Um, I was very complacent. I wasn't really hustling as much anymore. Um, you know, but it was a situation as to which once I kind of had to go back to the States, I realized once I went back to the States, I don't know, I had to start getting back on hustle mode again because it was just it was more so frustration. It was more so frustration, you know what I mean, and anger, and you got to find a way to flip that. And so, you know, I had to just get back into really tap back into hustle mode. And then when I got to Egypt, it became even easier for me to, you know, just work and want to work. Things like that. I wasn't as smart as you at 21. I wouldn't say that I'm smart at all. I just found glitches. I just found glitches in society that I use. You know what I mean? That's it. Um, the internet makes just about anything possible. Where did I work at? All right, so first I had a job at is this what y'all to charge me? Oh no. Okay. So my first official job was at Target. I worked at the Target on 109th. I mean 100. 109. What's wrong with me? 120 from Crenshaw. I worked at that Target for probably like 3 months, maybe even less than that. But I worked at that for a few months, and then I basically walked out and never returned. But then when I did return, I was always nervous. I won't. But before I left, I ended up getting monetized on YouTube, and my first YouTube paycheck was like $200 and something. I took that money and bought gift cards, bought like $5 gift cards from Target, and then I just handed them out in the parking lot of the same Target that I quit, same Target that I walked out of. That was a really fun experience that I was able to do. Me, my mom, and I think my brother. My brother may have been there. He may not have been there, but definitely me and my mom. We went out and gave gift cards to the set. You know what I mean, to the streets, and that was a fun experience. Another job that I had was I was at Amazon. I was at Amazon. I did basically the Amazon warehouse. I would like stow packages. I would unload trucks. I would load trucks. I would just do everything inside the Amazon warehouse. I did that for around 10 months using something called a flex shift or a flex schedule. I used to have they used to send text messages to my phone to let me know if there was a shift available. And then I would take that shift and things like that. On a good week, I was making $300 a week. It was very, the hours were very inconsistent, you know. Hours are inconsistent. And so, you know how that all goes. So, went ahead and did that for a little bit. And then my last job was security. I did security. That was my first full-time job with security. I did that for around 10 months. And then they suspended me. After that, I have been self-employed ever since then. So that was August 11th, 2020. And we're now November 18th, 2021. So I haven't worked any 9 to 5 jobs since then. And I've been on the continent since February. So yeah, it's been fun, man. It's been fun being able to do what I do, live around, travel around, so on and so forth, and just experience life. Um, can you pray for me? I want to work for myself. I kind of already talked about working for yourself. You know what I mean? Really, you know, I'm not going to discredit prayer. Prayer has a lot of power, but a lot of what it takes to be successful is just a relentless mindset, not giving up, refusing to quit. You know what I mean? Bumping your head and then saying, "Okay, I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna revise my trajectory, my path." Bumping your head again. Okay, this time I got hit a little bit higher on my head. So maybe if I just duck down a little bit, I can avoid this and go and duck. Oh shoot, okay, I made it. Then you're gonna run into another hurdle. And then you have to figure out, okay, I keep tripping. Okay, then I gotta maybe step up a little higher. Then you step up just higher. It's a continual game of problem solving, putting out fires. That's exactly what entrepreneurship is, self-employment is, and you got to figure that out. And the only way you can figure it out is by doing it. The only way you can do it is just to do it. So the biggest advice that I can give to you, Christian, is if you haven't already enrolled in my course, it's linked pinned up to the top. It's also in my comment section. Or not my comment section, my description box. That is the best advice I can give you. Getting that course, I basically walk you literally step by step through the process of creating a shop, how to find items to sell, how to design those items, how to get those items up, how to make sure that your title, tag, and description are optimized to rank on Etsy, how to calculate profit so that way when tax time comes, you already have everything kind of, this is what I spent, this is what I made, so that way you can kind of input that into your QuickBooks or into your TurboTax, whatever you use to file taxes. I say, you know, just things of that nature. I give you all the game necessary, all the game possible for you to succeed in that process, and it's step by step by step. I recommend you try it. Ray Baker said, no, it's not Baker. Barker. Ray Barker said, course is kind of pricey, man. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's if you think it's pricey, that's probably not the best benefit. It's probably not the best course for you. The reason why I say that is if somebody says, "Hey Eddie, if you give me $80, I'll teach you how to make $2,000 a month consistently," I'm gonna take that deal. The leverage that you get from paying a one-time fee of $80 and then you're making a consistent $500 a month, or a consistent $1,000 a month, or a consistent $1,200 a month, or a consistent $1,500 a month, to me that makes sense. But if it doesn't make sense to you, you probably shouldn't enroll in the course. You know, pricing has a lot to do. And even in the course to talk about pricing, you should price your items at a rate in which you attract the customers in which you want to serve. And so I can sell that course for $10, but then the people I'm going to get are people who want to say, are people who want to, and I sold stuff online for so long, I already know if you sell something for too cheap, what happens is you get people that are in there that expect so much for so little. And those are people I don't like to serve. I want to serve people who understand the value of money. I want to serve people who are fully invested in the material, so that way they actually follow through on the material and then they get results. My goal is to have 1,000 people make $1,000 a month, which equates to around $1 million in monthly revenue for the diaspora. And then from there, I can kind of create almost like VC firms where people are able to start funding projects here on the continent of Africa with the capital that they have raised. So if we get, let's say, 500 people that are making $1,000 a month, that is $500,000 every single month. They can say, okay, we're going to buy a tire shop with this money, and we're going to start a tire shop with this money, and then I can kind of go ahead and get in on different business ventures on different parts of the country like that. And really, that's how we can actually start to build the continent, because it takes money. People don't understand that. People say, oh, we're at war, we're at this. It takes money to go to war. It takes money to effectively create change. Nobody's really creating change for free. And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you don't believe in yourself enough to spend the $79.99, that's 100% cool. It's just you gotta go to work for 2 weeks. You gotta go to work for 2 weeks with no pay. You gotta pay the bus and get there. You gotta take the car and get the ride, buy the suit for the interview. It is what it is. But that's just one of the things about entrepreneurship, Ray. So if it's too much, I 100% get what you're saying. You know, but this is just the methodology that I move and groove with. And shout out to everybody who is in the course. Shout out to everybody who is taking action. I'm excited to. I'm excited when I see people like really serious and dedicated to sticking it out on the continent. I have an LLC. Entrepreneurship is a goal. Soccer net, or maybe a hockey net. I don't know. One or the two. Okay, dope. I'm glad you got an LLC. What exactly are you doing, Lee? I'm 37 years old. Okay, bet. I didn't understand working for another man as a rat race until I turned 28 years old. I mean, most people are never taught these type of things. You know what I mean? The average person doesn't know about. Everybody smash like, but everybody smash like, but get up to 90 likes on this live. 90 likes on the live. All wait for that promo. Yeah. So one of the big things that I know about is I read a lot of books. Let me turn you back right here. I read a lot of books. That's not even a tenth of the collection of what I've read. I found a book scam when I was in America. When I was like in high school, I would go to Barnes & Noble, buy a book, read it within 1 week, and then return it. And then they give you store credit. So I would go buy a book, boom, read it for a week, and then take it back and get the next book, and then take it back and get the next book, take it back and get the next book. And I did that this unlimited amount of times, and that's what I was doing. And if I found a book that I really like, I would keep it, and then just have to start the process over again with a different book. But I read a lot of books, and so one of the things that Gucci doesn't run sales. Louis Vuitton also doesn't run sales. You're not going to see Ferrari running sales. You're not going to see Lamborghini running sales. So what happens is when you run sales, you get people who wait for the sales to come about, and then you really only make sales when you create sales. So some people start sales in order to get revenue, but then your business becomes dependent upon that. I think it was a book, 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. I think it was in that book that I read that. So no, there won't be any sales, nor will there be any promos. However, you know, when you get the if you get the desire to say, you know what, I think this is going to be worth it, and you decide to pay the money for the course, then I mean, there you go. You know, that's kind of how it is. But let me go get some more water. Yeah, I see you, boy. What you got going on? Prices going up. I see you, cat. Come on. Let me tell that up too. What's wrong with your cat? Why ain't he in the living room doing nothing? He bored, ain't he? Yeah. Cat, man, you're a wild little duck.
Did you ever start a TikTok?
I did start a TikTok.
Okay, I'm gonna send you something.
Okay. I don't have it on my phone, but I need to just really get on it. I be procrastinating with the TikTok. Excuse me. I'm gonna do that right now. Just dropped a link to the course in. If you guys are interested in the course, you guys ready to start making an income online, I suggest you guys investing in the course, getting inside the course. One of the things that I do in a course that I feel like is going to be super valuable to people is I don't just like have a course, have the videos, and then not deal with you anymore. I have an entire like Google Chat group dedicated to people that are in a course where they can ask questions, and I'm actually in there one-on-one and saying, you ask me, oh, what about this, and I can go in there and reply to you and different things of that nature. So that's one of the big things that I think is super valuable as a part of this course, is that you get that whole Google Chat group where you're able to ask me, and of course, Unlimited Shay, questions about whatever you read in the course, whatever you're doing in the course, or even particular things about your shop. You may say, hey, can you just look over my shop and kind of give me your critique and different things of that nature? I can say, yeah, I can do it. Or Shan, can you do this for me? And Shan, we're going to do it. And things of that nature. So that's one of the super big valuable things that is a part of this course, that people are taking advantage of. Internet radio. What? Okay, that's interesting. Is there such an industry as internet radio, or is internet radio just a podcast? Right? Internet radio is basically just a podcast type beat. Unless it's live. If it's live, then maybe it's internet radio. Yeah, because you got to go live if you're in a radio. You can't do radio without live, right? Yeah. Wait, then you just streaming, Yeah.
live streaming to YouTube while they do the radio stuff. Maybe that's what they mean. But that's the only other option I can think
Oh
of
yeah, yeah,
besides the
yeah.
podcast.
That's true. Everybody smash that like button for me. Smash that like. All right, we're looking to get up to 100 likes on today's live. 100 likes on today's live. I thoroughly enjoy these live streams. They're super fun for me. I like coming on here, talking to people, getting people's different opinions on different things of that nature. Hey, big kitty. Sharing my thoughts on certain aspects. And just overall having fun, enjoying this. Making videos is cool, but it's definitely a lot more fun to go live. So shout out everybody who be hopping on live streams, tuning in, and different things of that nature. All right, let me go see here. We had 96 likes. Get 4 more likes. Somebody said, "Have you always had this good business sense?" I wouldn't say I had a good business sense. I would just say I read a couple of books and I do my best to implement the things that I read in books. I don't try to reinvent the wheel. I've never been the type of person I am. I just find something that's working and then model that. That's kind of been the key to my own success. Is just find something that's already working and then model that. Find somebody who's already doing what you want to do and model them. Find something that's already working and do a slight change or a slight variation to it and see what results of it. You're not always going to succeed. You're going to have you're probably going to have more failures. You're going to have more failures and successes. However, when you do win, you win so big that the losses are kind of outweighed by the big wins. I'm trying to say, Eddie has been out this as a kid. He used to get on my nerves with it. But it made him who he is today. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as a kid, I always was a big thinker. I'm like, man, I'm getting rich. Like, I'm starting a car wash. I'm selling lemonade. I'm in the homicide capital of LA. Nobody's buying lemonade. But I'm like, man, I'm doing a lemonade stand. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You know what I mean? We always were trying to find a way to get paid, find a way to get rich, find a way to escape normality, and things of that nature. And No Limit Shade was a very big hustler as well. But No Limit Shade is always more of a systemized hustler. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell. What's like I'm gonna sell like candy in school, like things like that. Like that's like a legit business that she was doing as a youth. I was always like, okay, I'm gonna find a way to like do take advantage of this upcoming trend, this upcoming wave, and I'm gonna jump on it.
You was a big thinker, and I was more like practical.
Yeah, exactly. I was a big thing. Shannon was more practical. You know what I mean? And that's even how it is today. So when I start businesses now, I go to Shannon and say, "Hey, Shannon, we think about this and this. I think that's a good idea, but you should do it like this and this." And we achieve far more success when we kind of work like that. You know what I mean? Together. And I think that's one of the dope things about just being self-employed. You get to work with who you want to work with. I made a goal when I was 20. I made a goal for my birthday was I'm going to find a way to bring income to the diaspora. I was thinking about creating a company that employs people, but why do that when I can just give people the information needed to employ themselves, and things like that. And then let's say one person, and I'm not a hater. You see what I'm saying? With the course, I made it to where if you buy it, you can go share with somebody else. I'm not encouraging you to do that, but if you buy it and you say, okay, you know what, I got results from this, I'm gonna share it to my auntie. You can share it to your auntie. I could check a box and make you not be able to do that, but I'm not a hater. So if you buy a course and you say, okay, I'm gonna share it with my auntie and I'm gonna share it with my uncle too, you can do that. You know what I mean? Everything I do is for the diaspora. Everything I do is for the streets. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to everybody who's in the course. That's a little secret if you want to do it, because I used to do that too when I used to buy courses, try to share it out. Sometimes they would let it, sometimes they wouldn't, but that's how it is. Congratulations on escaping the rat race. Appreciate you. Candy Apple Red. What's Candy Apple Red? You got a Corvette that's Candy Apple Red, or what you got as Candy Apple Red? Speaking of that, I need to call my grandma today. She had called me yesterday, and I missed it. Bro, I was surprised to see your ad on another video. Well done, man. Yeah, it is what it is, Ray. We just, we were not just regular mere mortals. Like I said, a lot of people are just YouTubers. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. That's how they make their money. But if my views are down, my views are up. I'm an entrepreneur before I'm anything else. And so based off of that, I'm always going to find a way to earn revenue and support that the projects and the dreams and the visions that I have. And that's what I know how to do. Shout out to everybody who's on this live stream right now. I'm looking to get up to 100 likes. We need 3 more likes on this live stream, 3 more likes on this live, guys. Basically, the reason why I ask you guys to smash the like button is just it lets YouTube know that you're enjoying this content. And then as a result of you liking the video, letting YouTube know you're enjoying the content, they share it out to more people. At the same time as well, if you're enjoying the content that I put out today, you can feel free to support the No Limit Eddie channel by hitting the Cash App, or we also have, I don't think I got that link. Hold on. Hitting that or copy, paste. Or you can by hitting the Cash App or by also hitting the PayPal. We also have a super chat button, which is that money sign icon in the chat. You can click on that, buy a super chat or buy a super sticker. Goes a long way in helping me to continue to produce content for the No Limit Eddie channel. This right here is also these right here are also the clappers. I will go ahead and clap these for you if you hit the PayPal, the Cash App, or the super chat. All right. And it is much appreciated. Either one you decide to do. If you hit either one of the PayPal and Cash App, I have my phone right here. I got to see my VPN is on. Cash App doesn't work in Egypt without a VPN. So sometimes people will send Cash Apps and I won't get it till like a day later and all kind of stuff. Shoot, VPN. Gotta find that joint. Oh, they going at the tick? Ha! All right, cool. For real? Hey, let's go ahead and get one more like on today's live, guys. One more like on today's live. So we can push it up to 100 likes. There we go. I got the VPN connected now. It is, take a little bit of time from time to time. Google Fi just let me know that I have a $20 credit. Shout out to everybody who's been using my Google Fi code. I appreciate you guys for that. Yeah, somebody just used my referral code. So I appreciate that. That's another $20 and $20 off my phone bill. Huh? Oh, yeah, the mosquitoes. Yeah, they got in, huh? Oh, he been in here. Slimy. Boom, boom. Yeah, but shout out everybody on this live. I want you guys to feel free to ask any more questions you guys have. I feel like a lot of my regulars didn't get on this live today. I feel like a lot of my regular people didn't get on today's live. So most definitely join in on the live. I mean, like the lives. We can keep getting out, share it out to more people, and ask any questions that you guys may have. All right, shout out to my guy Lee. Shout out to Lee for the Cash App. Lee, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for supporting the No Limit Eddie channel. You know what I mean? It's you guys who allow me to continue to do this content. YouTube is basically nothing without the subscribers. So, without the people who are viewing you consistently, most definitely. So I appreciate everybody who views the content, who likes the content, who hits the super chats, who hits the PayPals, who hits all those means and methodologies. Favorite color on two Pontiac. Oh, you on two Pontiac Grand Ams. They were candy apple red. Got you. Wow, that's dope. Yeah, the Pontiac Grand Am is a wild car. But the thing is, I never had looked at Pontiac because I didn't understand the brand at that time. So I'm like, man, I'm not about to get no Pontiac. But after kind of realizing, no, this cars are kind of dope. It was like I already had got a different car. You staying in Egypt? Yeah, I'm in Egypt. Yeah, Ray. I'm not sure because I think I don't think I ever really seen you on a live stream before, but I was from Los Angeles. I moved to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Was there for a few months, and then I came over to Egypt, and I've been here for another few months. Yeah, I've been here for another few months. So right now you're watching me live in Egypt, so it is nighttime for me, while it's more than likely daytime for you, depending on where you are in the world. Most definitely. Lisa, LOL. Yeah, most definitely, man. I appreciate you, Lee. Appreciate you. Sometimes the comments come in late. I'm trying to get this thing to where it's supposed to be some type of a way to put like high latency or something like that. We can put it to where the latency is different, so that comments come in quicker. But shout out to the Pontiac Grand Am. Those cars are dope. Oh, I got me a cool little video to watch today too.
You watch Masters?
Yeah, it's the main dude and his personal channel. Can you do a video in the town of Egypt? Can you do videos in the town of Egypt or the pyramids? I've done a lot of videos in the town of Egypt, man. I got videos where I did any video that says like African American living in Egypt. I have a couple of videos just like kind of showing my day-to-day life. But like I said, when you basically self-employed, a lot of my days are just like this. What you guys see is 90% of my day, me sitting in front of a computer. That's 90% of my day. And then the other percent is I'll sometimes, use that table right there as a whiteboard, and I'll map certain things out, map certain thoughts out about, okay, let me do this, and then boom, 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 and I'll use that. But most of my day is sitting in front of my computer. So it's not like I really be out and about all too crazy or all too much often. I do go out and about. I don't always bring the camera with me, but that's really how it is. Any mandates? Laws differ. Laws differ. In every place, any country. You just gotta look at the country you're looking at visiting and figure out what the laws will be for your particular country that you're coming from. Definitely. You ever went on Clubhouse? No, I never went on Clubhouse. I'm not a social media person. I only use YouTube, to be honest. Like I was telling Shannon, I have a TikTok, but I don't even have it on my phone. I don't even have the app on my phone. I don't even know if it's a No Limit Eddie TikTok. I think it's like a different business I tried to start when I was back in the States. I try to start a business related around cars, and like cars and print on demand. I try to do like a whole business like that. That business basically never actually took off. I forgot. I think it was ads. I needed to run ads for that business. and I think Facebook had already had closed my ad account down. So that was business that was a very difficult process to go ahead and get done. Let me say, says smash that like button. Yeah, most definitely. But shout out to everybody, man. Yeah. I'm excited. This is the biggest figure. Traflix is Kenya. My best friend personally knows JT. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, he's over there in Kenya, doing his thing. You know, living his life, which is cool. Shout out to JT, the bigger figure. He's an entertaining character. I like his content as well. I don't think I've watched him recently, but I still do like his content for sure. He's doing a lot of good work with like buying land and I think helping the diaspora get land and things like that. Use that water heater. But yeah, all kind of stuff like that. I think I need to go turn that thing off real quick. Hey, but feel free to ask any question you guys have. Whether it is about YouTube, about the course. Again, keep pushing it. Definitely, um, if you are looking to kind of get on your own feet as far as what's going on in the United States. Right now, I know there's a lot of people who are uncertain about the future of jobs without the pushing of the vax and different things like that. If you're somebody who wants to be able to continue to support themselves and feed their family, and you need to find a way to make money online, I suggest you guys go ahead and take a look at the course. It is actually pinned up to the top of today's chat. You can check out the chat right now and click the link pinned up to the top. Grab a copy of the course if that's something that you're interested in. And check it out from there. We are actually marketing the course right now, and we're really just testing a lot of different things out right now. Like I said, a lot of testing goes into that process. You know what I mean? Of creating ads that work really well, creating landing pages that are very much optimized, creating emails that get a high open rate, a high click rate. And so it's fun, man. It's fun. It's a lot different than a lot of the other things that I've done in the past. And I've been enjoying the process of just being able to utilize creativity. You know what I mean? Enjoying the process of being able to um, brainstorm different things and then bring those ideas into reality. With the whole purpose and the whole purpose of the course to be really to help the diaspora. You know what I mean? And that's a really, really, really dope part of the process is that we're seeing actual results for members of the diaspora in comparison to other businesses which I run, which is just means and methodologies of earning an income. But with YouTube and with the course, I'm actually making more so positive impacts on people's lives. So that's one of the dopest things for me is actually seeing that. So I'm excited about this and really want to push this to as high as I possibly can. As high as I possibly can. Of course, I have goals which I want to hit financially with the course. And then there's goals that I have set for the members of the course as well. So yeah. Anybody who's just not coming in right now, shout out to you. Come in and smash the like button. I just like to go live usually for a little bit after I kind of talk about the main topic, just to allow people to ask questions and different things of that nature. So if you want to let's try to get 10 more likes on today's live. So let's try to get up to 110, then get up to 116. So try to get 4 more likes, guys. 4 more likes on today's live stream. We're just live talking. If you have any questions for somebody who's been living on the continent of Africa for the last, 10 months, have any questions for somebody who is self-employed, you want to ask them, feel free to ask them. Likewise, if you have any questions just about Egypt or about Tanzania, you can ask those as well. I'm going to go get a little more water, though. What's up, Biggs? Okay, I'm back. Oh, we got Sadie in the building. She said, "Hello, family. What up? What up?" I was just seeing your message, but I'm live, so are you drinking tap water or bottle water? It's like a jug of Dasani water. Yeah, we were actually just on here talking about the course. Just talking about some of the personality traits I think are useful if you're going to decide to do entrepreneurship. I got you in a minute, Oreo. Some of the pros and the cons of, I didn't even bring my water with me. I left it on the counter. Some of the pros and cons of being an entrepreneur. There's different things of that nature. But I'm glad you got your joint together. And that's what I was thinking, because it was weird. It was just too many incidences back to back to back. So yeah, I really don't like that VPN. I almost hate it. They really a waste. It was a really a waste of my money. That's why I like that free app. So they speak English in Egypt. Yeah, they speak English and Arabic. The main language is Arabic. Knowing Arabic is a lot more beneficial to you than English, because you will run into people who don't speak very much English. However, for the most part, you can get by with English. I'm still trying to learn Arabic. I kind of been slacking on it though for the last 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks even. But yeah, I want to get back into learning Arabic. Any discrimination? Discrimination is all based upon your personal perceptions of things. Personally, I don't perceive discrimination with being here in Egypt. However, some people say that they do experience discrimination, and I can't discredit them, and neither can they just discredit me. So I haven't personally experienced discrimination, but it's all based upon perception. Is the water expensive in Egypt? Expensive. I made a video about like expensive and inexpensive. Expensive is all relative to the amount of money that you personally make, right? Because if I compare water in America, the price of water in America to the price of water in Egypt, there's going to be a difference, right? One will be higher, one will be lower. However, you also have to think again into the income that a person is bringing in while in that country, because while I can't compare an American price of water to Egyptian price of water, if you're not making your American salary in Egypt, what may have been expensive or may have been cheap in America may be expensive in Egypt, if that makes sense. But if you're making the same salary, then it differs. So yeah, I can't necessarily personally say if one is cheaper or one is more expensive. I think that concept of Africa is cheap has kind of brought a lot of people to the continent unprepared financially and unprepared mentally. So yeah, is it expensive? Is it cheap? It all depends on how you look at it. Of course, the cost of living differs in each country, but the question is, what salary will you be bringing over to the country that you're going to be in? That would dictate more than if I just give you, yeah, it's cheaper, yeah, it's more expensive. Where were you working, man? Why you got fired? Yeah, so that title, Charles, was a little bit of a clickbait title. It was a little bit of a clickbait title. I haven't worked a 9 to 5 job for the last 14 months. So I kind of just, in this live stream, I talked about my work history, from going from Target to going to Amazon to doing security, and then getting suspended from my security job 9 days after my 21st birthday, which was in August 2nd, 2021, 2020. And so since August 9th, 2020, my bad, I have not worked a 9 to 5 job. So it's been around 14 or 15 months of me not having worked a 9 to 5 job. And I was kind of telling people some of the pros, some of the cons, and then also telling people some of the character traits I think will be very helpful for people who want to go out on their own and want to be an entrepreneur and different things like that. I'm somebody who I try to see things from other people's perspective, but at the same time, my world is so different than most people that it's kind of words are different from most people that sometimes maybe some things get lost in translation. You know what I mean? Maybe some things get lost in translation from time to time. So like like some people say, "Oh, you've accomplished a lot for your age," but I look at myself like, man, I really ain't done that much yet. And so sometimes it's just different ways of looking at things. But I just try to explain my personal thoughts about entrepreneurship, being self-employed, different things like that. And I'm also telling people that at the at the at the top of today's chat, I'm also going to drop it in right here. At the top of today's chat, I'm also going to drop the link in right here. I got you, Oreo. I'm also going to drop the link in right here. Is my course teaching you guys how to go from 9 to 5 on your grind. Teaching you guys what I believe is the simplest, easiest, most practical way to make an income online, and that is selling on a marketplace called Etsy. And so yeah, I teach that in my course. I recommend everybody to go ahead and get that course. It's linked, it's pinned up to the top of today's chat, and I also just dropped a link in. Shout out to everybody who's in the course, who's already rocking out with it. I'm excited to continue to develop the audience that we have over in that course. My goal is to help 1,000 people make $1,000 a month. 1,000 is 1 million. So that will mean around $1 million in collective income for the members of the course, who should be members of the diaspora. And that gives us a lot of spending power to kind of come together and invest in certain projects and invest in certain infrastructure and invest in certain legal teams, invest in a lot of different things that may be very helpful to other members of the diaspora, as well as to the countries that the diaspora is residing in. So that's one of my bigger plans with the course. But again, to help 1,000 people make 1,000 US dollars per month. So yeah, that's one of my big goals. And if I do that, then I'm also going to hit my goal. My goal has been for a long time to reach 6 figures, right? If I can help 1,000 people make $1,000, by that point, I've already made 6 figures through the course. And so there's a quote that said, if you can help people get what they want, you will also get what you want. And that's kind of what I was talking about in the beginning of today's live stream. Is it's all about value. If you can find a market in which you can add value in, you will get paid accordingly. If you work a 9-to-5 job and you're stocking shelves, Target is going to pay you to stock shelves because it's going to be a problem if their shelves are empty. And so you're going to get paid $12 an hour. Why are you going to get paid $12 an hour? Because a problem that you solve can easily be solved by someone else. But if you come in and you solve a problem that's a little bit more complex, like taking someone's kidney out and then replacing that kidney with a kidney from another person, that's a much more complicated problem. And thus you're going to be you may be getting paid $20,000 for such a process, or $30,000 for such a process, or $50,000 for such a process. Because you're solving a bigger problem, you're adding more value into the marketplace. And so that's what I was talking about as far as entrepreneurship. You got to find a way to add value. If you can't find a way to add value to solve somebody else's problems, then that's where you're going to be able to earn the most. And that is what allows people to. That's what allows basically the ceiling of income to kind of come off. When you're working a 9-to-5 job, you're capped, right? You're not going to make more than your boss. If your boss makes $60,000 a year, you'll always make less than $60,000 until you become your boss, right? Most of the time, you're not going to become your boss, or they're going to say, okay, we're going to give you a raise at 25 cents every 6 months, and that's what you're going to get. You're capped off of that. But if I can say, okay, I'm going to solve XYZ problem, and I have an effective solution to that problem, and people see that solution is effective to that problem, and they buy into the solution, then there is no cap about what I can make. The only cap is basically the market, how big the market is. You know what I mean? If I'm solving a problem about Russian dolls in this one specific city in Russia, then the market may be capped out. But if I'm solving a bigger problem, like helping people to train their dog to use a pee pad, there's millions of people who have dogs, and millions of people who want to train their dog to use a pee pad. So the cap, my earning potential is conceivably uncapped, if that makes sense. There's always a limit to how much you can make, but conceivably it's uncapped. Most people will never reach that limit of the amount of money they can make. So we talked about a lot of that in the beginning of the live stream. However, there's some people who believe that the course is too expensive. And for those people, I just, had to say that, if you believe a course is, if you believe, if somebody comes to you and says, hey, if you give me $80, I'm going to teach you how to make $1,500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month on a consistent basis, and you don't see the value proposition in paying $80 to then make $2,000, or paying $80 to make $1,500, or paying $80 to make $1,000, and you're going to make that 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 every single month after month. If you can't see the value proposition in that, then of course it's probably not for you. And so that's one of the reasons why I decided to price the course the way I chose to price the course, because you have to be somebody who understands how to bring value, who understands value to begin with. If you don't understand the value of spending a certain amount of money to make even more money, then you don't understand basic economics, which is arbitrage, which is to buy low and to sell high. I bought this from Dollar Tree for $1 when I was in the States. Dollar Tree probably bought this for 15 cents. I gave them $1. They paid the government their percentage. They paid the employee their percentage. After it's all said and done, they bought it for 15 cents, made 45 cents, and probably profited 30 cents on this item. That's basic arbitrage. They turned 15 cents into 30 cents. You do it again and again and again and again. That's how economics works. You buy low, you sell high. Everything is of that nature. Your employer is buying your time at a low rate, but he's making you create him more value than he's paying you. If your employer is paying you $12 an hour, they're making $100, $200, $300 for you from you every hour. It's basic economics. Glad you cut your hair. So if you want to enroll in that course, I'm gonna drop the link in. I suggest you go ahead and enroll in that course and really get started in earning an income online. Very simple, very practical, very easy to understand, step-by-step walkthrough. Somebody said, glad you cut your hair. You look like a local because of your features and your thin build. Do people think you're Egyptian? If people think I'm Egyptian all the time, you know what I mean? They start speaking Arabic to me and different things like that, especially when I was first getting here. However, now things kind of calmed down a little bit because I'm going to the same spot so much that it's not like a situation of like, how I used to be or something. But I still want to learn Arabic and still trying to learn Arabic and things of that nature, for sure. Got a little lip balm here. It's not the best one, but it do what it needs to do. Feel free to hit the Cash App, the PayPal, the Super Chat. Hit all those three. The Super Chat is that money sign icon in the chat. You can click on that and buy a Super Chat or buy a Super Sticker. It goes a long way in supporting the No Eliminated channel. So definitely go ahead and do that, guys. Hit that money sign icon and support the No Eliminated channel. But you can look like a local, basically in any country. I feel like any country you can look like a local. For sure. My eyes always look so red on this camera. I'm not sure why. Got a little bit of work to do. I've been just doing a little bit of work all today. Not a little bit of work, really a lot, but we're gonna do a little bit more when we get off this live, kind of button up all the pieces and fasten it all together. So that way we can do a launch coming up soon. Basically of a different funnel. And I'm excited to actually launch that joint. I work very closely with Nola Michelle on this funnel, so I'm excited to see how this is gonna work. And just drop it out for the streets, put a nice budget behind it and see what results of it. Suspended. Company should not treat adults like that. Yeah, that's how it is, Charles. It's almost like I made a video about like you never really grow up as a if you work a 9 to 5, you never really grow up because you getting suspended is the same thing as going on. Getting suspended is just the equivalent of being grounded as a kid. You know what I mean? Of being punished as a kid, being punished for bad behavior. It's you just your boss. A lot of times, your company just becomes your parent. They have ground rules that you need to follow in order to continue to keep your employment, or in order to continue to live in your parents' house. There's certain ground rules you have to follow, and that's one of the things that I talked about in that video. Africa will make you grow up. If you no longer have the ability to have a job, you then have to become, for the first time in a lot of people's lives, fully accountable for yourself. You then have to become fully accountable for how you spend your time, how you budget your time, how you spend your money, how you manage your money. and it's different for a lot of people. Most people have never experienced anything of that nature before, and so it's of course interesting, definitely interesting for a lot of people to experience. Yeah, smash the like. Let's see if we can get up to 115 likes. Let's try to get 2 more likes on this live. 2 more likes on today's live. If you got me on your phone, it's horizontal. Turn it vertically and smash the like button. If you happen to be watching me on your computer, minimize the window and smash the like button. And if you happen to be watching me on your TV, I've heard you can smash the like on the TV, so smash the like on the TV. If not, put out your phone and smash the like. Let's get up to 115 likes. You who's watching this right now, do not delay. If you're watching this and you know that you have not smashed a like, why do that? Why not just actually smash a like on today's video? Don't wait for somebody else to do it. That's one of the things that I talk about as far as being self-employed is you have to be proactive. You have to actively seek out your resources. You have to actively seek out opportunities. You have to actively seek out ventures in which you may or may not be able to succeed in. And you got to be willing to risk things as well. Right now we're running adverts for the course. And I have to be willing to risk every dollar that I spend. There's no guarantee that if you spend $10, you're going to make $10 back. You can spend $100 and not make a single dollar back. And so it's certain risks that you have to take whenever you do entrepreneurship and things of that nature. And so you should be, if you're not a risk taker, then actually everybody's a risk taker. I should do a video about that. Everybody's a risk taker. Some people think that it's safer to go the 9-to-5 route, but in reality, all your income streams are subjected to one person who may change, who may get fired, or who may decide they don't like you one day, and your whole entire life that you built up on that one income stream can then come crashing down because the income stream has disappeared from you. So versus being in more an entrepreneur space, it's risk in there as well because you're risking, some financial capital, but it's really no more risk than having a 9-to-5 job. I feel like it's even safer because you now have more control over the income that you do and don't make. But that's a topic that I would like to develop and actually make into a full video of its own. But let's try to get up to 115 likes. We need one more person to actually go ahead and smash the like button. You right now who's watching this, you should be that one person to smash a like. I'm only live right now basically to talk to you guys, answer questions. So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask them. If not, we'll go ahead and end off this live in the next it's 153 in the next 7 or so minutes. I'm gonna let you out right now, Biggs, but I want to stay out there with you. So give me a second. Yeah, around 7 or so minutes, and we'll end off this live. If you guys don't have any more questions. I see you, Oreo. I'm gonna let you out, present. I'm gonna let you out. Trust me. I'm telling you, we got this dog, a new pee pad, and he like acting like he don't want to use it. We did get him to use it finally for the first time yesterday, and he used it again today. But we kind of need to monitor him to make sure that he sticks with the pee pad and doesn't try to go willy-nilly and go off of it or something crazy like that. So yeah, we got to monitor this boy. So I got to take him actually all the way out there. but you know how that goes. Boom, 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 boom. Take them out there and then let them use the actual bathroom. He basically tried to um, hold it for like 2 days just to not use the new pad that we had gave him. It was crazy. I'm at actually take him out. Okay, Bigo, I hear you. I always do get curious. People who watch the live stream but don't comment, like, what do you guys like normally be doing? Like, it's okay, Biggs. I'm gonna let you out. Shane, you want to take Oreo out? Yeah. Um. Yeah, like, what do you guys normally be doing? You know, when I get into a live, I usually like to see what the topic is about, and then I usually like to drop a chat or something. We'll be live here for about another 3 minutes. Just want to make sure I give everybody an opportunity to ask any last minute questions they have and things of that nature. I think today was a fun live. Glad I was able to talk to you guys. I feel like I feel like I haven't been going live as much. Maybe because I'm only going live 2 days out of the week or something, but it feels like I used to go live a lot more. Nonstop November. I actually been enjoying the Nonstop November. The process has been pretty cool. Dropping a video a day. Use it. Yeah.
So now you know. You want to do it? I can come in and get it.
So now you know that's what you're using? Okay, cool. Skier. Good boy, Oreo. Okay. You're doing good. It was a real process getting him to use that pad. Real process. But he's doing better now. Oh, Kenny King jumped in. Hey, hi, sorry you got fired. Oh yeah, you must not have watched it live. All right, cool. So we basically going to go ahead and end the live stream off here. Shout out to everybody who was on this live. I appreciate you all. I think we had a pretty good stream so far. It was about 2 hours. I think I dropped a couple of valuable pieces of information. I'm going to try to add timestamps onto it as well. Once I go ahead and get off of this live right here. So that way, for anybody who kind of didn't watch the live, you guys can kind of go back and you guys can kind of go back and watch it. All right. So see you guys in the next one. Y'all willing. Peace.